What are the origins of Santa Claus? This is from the conversation. We're all familiar with the jolly, white-haired and bearded, overweight man who sneaks down the chimneys on Christmas Eve delivering presents to children, old St. Nick, Santa Claus, St. Nicholas. But where did this come from? With roots in Christianity, the origins of the world's most beloved gift giver transcend time, culture, and religion. St. Nicholas. It all started with St. Nicholas, a man who lived in the 4th century. No credible historical sources can prove the fact of his life, but according to tradition, St. Nicholas of Myra, the Bishop of Myra, later known as St. Nicholas of Bari, lived during the reign of Emperor Constantine the Great. He was one of the bishops at the First Ecumenical Council of the Christian bishops. According to tradition, he was born in Patera, a city in ancient Lycia in Asia Minor, part of what is now Western Turkey. Nicholas, who would later become Bishop of Myra, was known for his profound Christian faith and extraordinary compassion. Although historical records does not provide detailed account of his life, tradition tells us that he traveled to Palestine and Egypt, and his youth further cultivated his deep spiritual conviction. Nicholas was orphaned when he was young and was left with a substantial inheritance. He chose to use his wealth to help the needy. His most famous act of generosity was providing dowries for 3 impoverished sisters. His acts of generosity meant that he was recognized as a saint. He was acclaimed the patron and protector of children. St. Nicholas Day. Across Europe, the legacy of St. Nicholas' charity and kindness sparks a variety of traditions, with December 6th becoming his feast day. In France, particularly in regions such as Alsace and Lorraine, children would leave their shoes out for St. Nicholas, hoping to find them filled with chocolates and gifts the next morning. I guess this is why we hang stockings on our fireplace. Now, this tradition was accompanied by parades in which a donkey would pass through town streets laden with baskets of biscuits and sweets for the children. In Central Europe, particularly in the Alpine regions, St. Nicholas Day tradition merged gradually with the unique local customs when the non-Christian population adopted Christianity as their religion. Here, St. Nicholas not only rewarded well-behaved children with gifts, but also was accompanied by Krampus, a fearsome figure who would punish those who had misbehaved. This tradition underscores the contrasting themes of reward and retribution integral to the local folklore. In some regions of Poland, the earlier tradition centered on a figure called Gwiazdor, Gwiazdor, I guess. This star man dressed in sheepskin and a fur cap, with his face hidden under a mask or smeared with soot, carried a bag of gifts and a rod for naughty children. The transformation into Santa Claus. The metamorphosis of St. Nicholas into Santa Claus was a gradual process influenced by culture and religious shifts. In Germany and the Netherlands, in the course of the 17th century, the practice of gift-giving in the name of St. Nicholas began to take root. The Dutch called him Sinterklaas, a term that would eventually evolve into English colloquial Santa Claus. This transformation first occurred in Germany and later spread to other European countries. The tradition of St. Nicholas was brought to North America in the 17th century. By the 19th century, various iterations of St. Nicholas were emerging in English-speaking communities across the world. One of the first literary mentions of this figure in the American context was in Washington Archives' 1809 book, Knickerbocker's History of New York, which portrayed Nicholas flying in a wagon, delivering presents to children. The red Santa suit and all related apparel, so familiar to us today, seem to be the invention of modern-day marketing in the English-speaking world. Across Europe, St. Nicholas's outfit draws more on the traditional image of the saint, with clothes more closely resembling a bishop's religious attire, complete with a mitre and tall headdress. The legacy of St. Nicholas and Santa Claus. Through centuries of transformation, the core values of St. Nicholas, generosity, compassion, and the joy of giving, have remained intact in the figure of Santa Claus. He was gone from being a revered Christian saint to a beloved secular icon. This evolution reflects the dynamic interplay of religious tradition and popular folklore. English-speaking Santa Claus, with his North Pole workshop, flying reindeer and elves, may seem a far cry from the historic Bishop of Myra, yet he continues to embody the spirit of giving that characterizes Santa Claus. And today, thanks to global marketing and commercialization, Santa Claus transcends religious and cultural boundaries. The story of his origin, rooted in the life of St. Nicholas, enriches our understanding of Christmas and connects us to a tradition that spans centuries and continents. It reminds us at the heart of these festivities lies a timeless message, the importance of kindness, generosity, and the spirit of giving. And this is from the conversation on phys.org. And again, I wish you all a blessed, healthy, memorable, loving, joyous Christmas. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.